booties for black girl nerds.
I'm glad how we all got the creamy white, ethereal, angelic look
Oh
for
my
today.
God, we did. That's so funny.
I thought it would have been a fun juxtaposition for horror and slasher because no one ever really wears like white unless it's a t-shirt. But see, you guys were thinking the same
Yes, we
thing.
all felt the same. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time. I really enjoyed the film. I love genre, I love horror and slasher, and I like how this film really kind of elevated those themes. Brittany, beginning with you, there's always must have for horrors. There's always specific beats that that formula have. When you think of the horror genre, what are your favorite type of beats that you like to see, and what in X real most aligns with those beats that you like to see in horror?
Um, I mean, I think unfortunately there are certain beats and tropes and archetypes of people that get established and then they end up actually dying first. And I think that the interesting thing about this is that you go into it with all of seemingly the same archetypes of people, but then you find out that really we're trying to switch it on its head and make you believe in these characters. They aren't just archetypes. They're not just people that you assume are going to play this one beat and then die. They actually have goals and they, have dreams. And unfortunately, I do love when those things are hit because it's kind of a chuckle, sort of like, oh, of course, like the dumb blonde gets, killed first, and the sexually promiscuous people get killed right away. But I think with this movie, what I like about it is that those beats are there, but it actually subverts the genre a little bit.
Hmm. I couldn't agree more. I mean, just the ordering, as people will see, watch them, just the ordering of who gets killed and who doesn't throughout the film will be. I hope people catch that. I thought that was really, really cool. For Mia, for you, I thought about like when you do the horror genre, it's almost like a crash course for performers because you're doing so many things in addition to acting the part. There's stunt work of sorts that goes into it and emotion you're doing a lot of things. When you signed on to the project, did you audition for it, and what did that audition look like? What does one do when you're trying to be in a horror film?
Well, I didn't actually audition for this. I spoke to Ty. We had a conversation. He sent. I was sent the script a couple of weeks beforehand, and I had a chance to read it, and then we got on the phone with each other, and we really hit it off. And we spoke for like 3 hours. It was a long conversation, and I really wanted to do this. And so I remember thinking to myself, oh, well, that must be a good sign if he, wanted to talk to me for that long, or maybe, I'll have a chance. But it was just a general meeting conversation, and then he explained what his idea was and what his vision for the film was, and the fact that he wanted the actress to play both Maxine and Pearl, and that was really exciting. And then we got off the phone, and then I didn't hear anything for a little while, and then he offered me the job eventually, and we ended up just talking every day and going over the characters and what that would involve, and it was a very collaborative process.
Mhm. I love that. When I think of just this in general with horror, with genre, with nostalgia, with the messaging in the film. Back to you, Brittany. I like how you said it kind of subverts those tropes that we're used to seeing. When you there's a lot of messaging in the film, but it's very delivered in a way that it's not so preachy. It's very digestible and it's subtle, but it's interesting because it's very, very thought provoking. When you look at the script and your own preparation, what are you proud of that appeared in this script that was different from, say, other things you participated in the past?
I mean, I think that the way that Ty wanted to do it and how he explained how he wanted to do it was something that I'm proud that I got to be a part of. It is subverting a genre and it is playing with tropes, but it's really about, what I took away from it when I talked to Ty about was, that sometimes our greatest fear is time and not living up to expectations, not living up to the life that you set out for. And I think there's like a simple messaging in that in this movie of we're all trying to get away from this thing that's our destiny, and we're trying to be something more. And Pearl is this symbol of not fulfilling what she thought out she was going to be. And how scary that is for a lot of people. And I think that, yeah, that's a thing that I found really interesting, and I was really proud to be a part of that idea.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, Mia, when you got a chance to see yourself in both versions of the characters that you portray, how did you react to seeing yourself in your other character, when the older character? I don't want to give too much away, but how did you react to how you looked when you saw yourself?
I mean, I was really blown away at the execution of the makeup. It was the Weta Studios in New Zealand, and an incredible head of department for makeup, Sarah Rubano. I thought it was just done with such skill and love, and you know, usually it's quite difficult to see yourself on screen and not be immensely critical and think immediately of what you would have done differently. But I think because we were able to really create a whole different person, it was actually more fascinating to just finally get to see Pearl move from scene to scene, and yeah, I was very happy with it.
I was very happy with this film. I enjoyed it. Thank you, ladies, for your time. Have a great opening, and I hope everyone enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you.
Thank you.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.